Hey, guess what? I found some more crap to put on my boat. So I'm thinking about doing some catfishing this season. So I wanted to add a spotlight to the front of the boat, but I didn't want to put any holes in the kayak. So I came up with a mounting system that's pretty unique for this boat. So this is the light that I'm going to be mounting. I actually bought this from Amazon. It was $20 if I remember correctly, something like that. Not very expensive, and it actually comes with two. So this is the second one. You can see. This one I might use on the side of the kayak next to the net, so when I net the fish, I don't know, we'll see. So with the system that I have the Yak Power system, and with the Yak Power system, it's all connected with these quick disconnects. So I'm gonna have to wire this, and then I'll show you the bracket that I made. So I got it all wired up. I made it long enough to go from the bow into the hatch and plug into the Yak Power. Actually, put one of these ends on it. So the mount that I made is made out of king starboard. And what I've done is I made another piece like this. That is going to sit on top like that. Right? And then the light, which has this bolt on it, is going to go boop right in there. That's how I'm going to hold it on. So let me throw some screws in this. So I already pre-drilled everything, so it screws in really easy. I also countersunk the holes on the bottom. I'll show you what I mean by that. Here's what the countersinks look like. They're just flat. So now the screws are not going to be rubbing on the plastic. Sort of like that. And then it just bolts on like this. So this is what it looks like. Pretty simple bracket, but I am not going to screw this in. Oh no. Let me show you how it's going to go. So I am going to install it right here. This piece of rubber right here is actually meant as a paddle pocket. The same thing with this pad here. It's actually got a little concave in it. Your paddle comes in and it holds your paddle here. I am going to use it to hold this. Just like that. It works really, really well. It's on there pretty good. And now the wire, let me show you how I'm going to plug that in and use that. All right, let's see what we got in here. So I am going to connect this one. This has a B on it. And this B stands for the bow. We'll go over to the control panel so I can show you. Okay, so all these labeled. This one is my red lights. These are my accent lights. This B is the bow, which will turn that bow light on, which it is on. Let's check it out. So one thing that I am noticing is that there's a lot of light hitting here, and I have this bracket as far up as it can go, but this bracket isn't working out. It needs to be like this. That is much better. So I'm gonna have to change this. So this setup here, actually this bracket, this part here, isn't allowing the light to kick up any higher. It's as far up as it can go. So I have a solution for that. Let me turn this off. Okay, so the problem is that this light is on an angle downwards. And that's just the way it's mounted to the starboard here. I kind of thought it might be an issue, but as you can see, when it says flat, this is not favoring upwards, it's favoring down. It's actually facing downwards. So today, I was out of the shop most of the day today. So I had a friend at work make this bracket for me. It's going to replace this one. It's kind of going to do something like this, and this light's going to sit on here differently. And the person at work who made this for me is a friend of mine called Lou, so thanks very much for it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this triangle type of bracket off, and I am going to install this one. And the light is going to sit differently on here, which will be able to, I'll be able to adjust. I'm doing that right now. So I'm just going to start disassembling it so I can reassemble it. I have to change how the bracket even sits on here. And if you're following this at home and you want to do this yourself, this is the way it should be done, the way I'm doing it now, not the other way. So it's actually now, it's going to favor upwards a little bit. Instead of, before it was like this, now it's going to be like this. That's going to work better. That's going to take that, that's going to take that beam of light and put it up a little bit higher instead of just down in the water in front of me. The whole point, the whole point of this light is to actually be able to see where I'm going, to see if there's a fallen tree in front of me. A lot of times these ponds, lakes that I fish, there's a lot of debris in the water. I don't want to be night fishing and just run over some of these things, or just, So here's my thinking now. So the light's actually going to sit like this now. See where I'm going now? So now you can see how this is actually tilted up a little bit. And if it's too much up, I can put the Allen key in there and I can adjust it to see where it works the best. So I think this is going to work a lot better. Let's bring it back to the boat. I'm liking it so far. Let's see how that beam is now. It's definitely up higher. So now I want to set it up like I would be running it. And I'm going to put the wire in like this. Then this bin will go in. And the wire itself is pretty thin, so I can still close the hatch and lock it down and dog it down. I think that's going to work really well. So this actually works out better than the first idea I have. And that's just the way things go sometimes. Sometimes you put it together and you see how everything is working and you make minor adjustments. This is a good solution to this problem. And this setup itself, I still have the tolerance where I can actually move it down if I wanted to. But I think this is a good height. I think this is going to give me the beam where I want it, so it's facing in front of me. So as I'm paddling at night, I can see if there's any objects in the water, such as logs or fallen trees, so I'm not just running into them in the middle of the night. So if you are looking to put a forward light on your Bonafide kayak, this is a pretty good idea to do it like this. You don't have any holes in it. This whole entire thing comes off the boat. It's not permanently installed. I only use it when I absolutely need to use it for night fishing. I'm gonna really get a lot of use out of this. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Bye.